Hey guys, welcome back to the Mindcrack server, and I am back after a what seems like a lengthy absence, at least in YouTube world. Being gone for almost a full week may as well be an eternity, as far as it goes in YouTube land. I'm back from my travels. I'm back to home sweet home, to my YouTubeverse, which is very close to my vacation home in Reddit and my weekend house in the Twitterverse. Anyway, so today we're going to be doing some caving while I talk about what I've been up to for the past week or so. I think the last video I posted was on July the 4th, which was last Wednesday. And we're going to be doing some caving today. I've updated all of the tunnels to have the steps that lead all the way up to each tunnel. Once 1.3 comes out, we're going to be updating this whole area with sandstone and probably dark wood stairs, whatever type of wood I decide to use up there. We're going to mirror that down here, so it's all going to be one consistent design. This is going to be part of the house, more or less, or at least it'll have the same construction type stuff. So we're going to be making over all of this. That's why I waited so long to finish this off, but you can see I have finished off the initial stairs and tunnels. They're all ready to be mined. I've been doing some mining. Some of them have been explored, like this one and this one, and I just sort of pick one at random. I don't do it in a methodical manner. I just pick one at random, but you can see the pinwheel is in effect. Anyway, we're going to be doing some caving. Let's see. And I thought about doing a construction video while I talked about what I've been up to, but let's see. Is this the right sign? I like to label my tunnels when I find stuff so I can get back to things easily. Yeah, here it is. This is the obsidian extractor, where I've been getting all the obsidian, where I got all of it for the Etho prank and to give to BOO. I've tried building and talking about something else at the same time, and I just can't do it. Designing and building takes up too much of my mind, and I can't focus on the two things at once. Oh, was that it? Did I pass it? I didn't put a sign here. Let's see, there was a big vein here, and then I heard some zombie or something. Yeah, this is it. Okay. So here is an abandoned mine shaft. So what have I been up to? And I specifically found it and didn't explore it so I could do something. Oh, you got a spider! So I could do something on a video. Let's determine right away if that is... Ooh, cobweb. If that's a poison spider or not. Torch is on the right. Hey! I went to the beach for about 3 days. It's a normal spider. Excellent. For 4th of July, and I only had one video ready for that. I think I posted it on the 4th, and I got back on Friday, I think, maybe, or Thursday, I don't remember. But went to the beach, lots of fireworks, the place I go to the beach every year with my family. Basically everybody at the beach sort of has their own little fireworks they've bought for that year, and the cumulative effect of all those fireworks is pretty impressive. And I took some video of it with my more melon seeds. I took some video of it with my cell phone, so the quality won't be very good, but I'll try and maybe do some processing and editing to see if I can make it look a little better. And I will try and include some of that here so you can see a little bit of it. But had a real good time. Okay, but the main reason there hasn't been videos for several days is because Evolution 2012 took place this past weekend. And if you're not aware, Evolution is the biggest fighting game tournament in the world every year. It's sort of like the Super Bowl of fighting games, and it happens every year this weekend. And oh, there's coal down there. Is this a cave? What is this? Let's look at this. Every year, it takes place, what, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. And I am basically glued to the stream every year, all 3 days, and get nothing done each year. Last year, same thing happened. Nobody really noticed. Because at that point, I wasn't releasing videos as consistently as I do now, in general. Hey, yo. Okay, cool. But each time that comes up, I just... I tried to get stuff done. I had Mindcrack open and the stream open in 2 different windows, and I was trying to do some preliminary design concepts for the pumpkin and melon farms that I'm going to be starting on next for the lens, that are going to be located opposite of where the wheat farm is. So they're going to... they're not going to quite mirror each other, but there's going to be some similarities in the design, so hopefully it'll balance out that huge wheat farm that's hanging off the edge of the lens at the moment. I tried to do some preliminary designs for that. I got a little bit of ideas down, but mostly I just didn't get any work done whatsoever. I could not concentrate with that stream open. Too much excitement. At one point, I think the tournament capped out at 100. Ooh, spider. At about 100,000 viewers, maybe 97,000 was the top during the Ultimate Marvel vs. Capcom 3 finals. It capped out at about 97,000, something like that. And I think it started to drop after that, probably because of the time. By the time they got to the Street Fighter IV finals, it was already, I don't know, like 1 o'clock a.m. on the Eastern time, Eastern Standard Time in the U.S. So at that point, I think a lot of people had gone to bed, or it was too late, or whatever. And it dropped down to like, oh, only 79 or 80,000 or something. Let's get this iron. Yep. Which is, those numbers are crazy because I already looked in this chest. Let's put a torch right above it to remind me of that. I think the stream last year for Evolution topped out at, and this is just off the top of my head, this might be wrong. Ooh, lots of, and spiders, great. Okay, let's light this area up. I think it topped out at around, 50,000, I seem to remember, maybe 60,000. So if it topped out at that much last year, and this year it nearly hit 100,000, that amount of growth in 1 year is just crazy. Whoa! It was already the biggest fighting game tournament in the year, and it almost doubled in size in terms of viewers viewing it live in 1 year, which is just amazing. It's really cool. And I hope more people start watching it because it is really exciting. Hey, what the hell is going on here? Oh, they won't break till they hit the bottom. Oh, I gotta tell Vex about this. He's gotta do something with this. Look at this! Does it break when it hits the bottom? What's going on? What's it gonna do? Is it gonna break? I have to tell Vex about this. I'm sure. Let's see. Let's experiment real quick. Let's see. I don't have a silk touch with me, so let's put this under here, and then let's break the top one. Here we go. They're right on top. They're not suffocating me. That's what I was wondering, if they would suffocate you. This might be cool for blinding the person, though, somehow. That is a really cool effect. What happens if you break the... Can I even select it? I can't select it while those blocks are there. Huh. That's really interesting. I gotta tell Vex about that. He might have to find some use for that. People always say, why are you always giving Vex more ideas and more weapons and stuff? It's because I like being challenged, and I like being killed, and I like the creative things he comes up with. Doesn't... Oh. What happened there? This is a glitch. I may not have my water back, so I'm just gonna leave that the way it is. Tell you what, let me log out and log back in real quick and see what happens. Yep, my water bucket's empty. Okay, I didn't want to destroy my water source. This is my good sword too. I probably shouldn't be wasting it on cobwebs. But I'm... Oh, that's a normal spider. Odd. I sort of expected to see a poison spider spawner in there. Alright, I think I'm okay. Put a torch there. Hey, buddy! Come get some. Oh. Okay, so anyway, Evolution stream was Saturday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Spent a lot of time watching that. Let's backtrack a bit. I like to light stuff up and sort of get a lay of the land before I start harvesting. So that's mostly safe, and this was a dead end, right? Here's a little thing I do in mine shafts. I like to, when I see a dead end, just so I don't have to think about it anymore, I put a piece of cobblestone right in front of it like this. And sometimes if it's like this where it's elevated, it's hard to see. I'll put a torch on top. That means dead end, don't go down that way. I believe there were some different... See, I'm getting lost already. Torches on the right, so torches on the left to get out. Left to get out. That's where we came in. Is this a dead end, or have we not gone down there? Let's see. Oh, we did go down here. Torches on the right. Okay, so this is a dead end. Whoa! God damn it. And I never changed my texture pack. I just decided to keep it like this. Why do you do this to me? Goober. You're gonna get killed, Goober. At least we're not near a lava pool. That's one good thing. So anyway, that is a dead end. We can do that. Alright, come on, Goober. Oh god, lava. Great. Shit. No, sit. Ugh, stupid cat. Alright. Let me go back to where I started, and then I'll continue talking. I just want to be a little more methodical about shutting off the dead ends. I think this is, yeah, this is where we came in. And apparently I don't have a real good way back up here. Anyway, so if, I'm sure people are going to probably ask, and I don't really play fighting games. I just like to watch competitive fighting game tournaments. And I have played fighting games. I enjoy playing them. I'm just not very good at them. And I sort of made a decision at one point. I realized that if I wanted to become super good at them, it would have taken... It would take a lot of time. And it would detract from other things I do, like making videos. And I sort of decided that spending enough time... Whoa! Okay, let's just get rid of that. I decided not to invest the amount of time it would take to become good at them, because it's kind of like StarCraft, where if you want to become really good at them, it will sort of consume your life. Let's get rid of this. And there was this vertical thingy here, right? So we haven't explored. This is really weird. It's like a vertical mine shaft, so we'll leave that open. We'll come back to that later. I don't really play. The games I like watching the most are predominantly, I like watching Ultimate Marvel vs. Capcom 3. It's real dramatic. There's a lot of... oh, stay put, Goober. There's a lot of big swings in who's in the lead, because there's a lot of what they call touch of death characters, where if they hit you once, they're going to kill you with some long, complicated combo. Let's just go ahead and get rid of the lava. I don't need the lava. I don't need you, lava. Disappear. Oh, I have played fighting games, but I'm just not very good at them. And I'm not really that interested in Street Fighter 4, but for the really big tournaments, watching people play at the highest level, I do like watching the really top level players. This year, I think the guy that impressed me the most was probably guy who goes by the name Dieminion, who is from New York, or at least the New York area. Maybe he doesn't live exactly inside New York, but he plays Guile, which is sort of a middle-tier character, not known for doing particularly well as a character in tournaments, and he was just on fire this tournament, and he was just amazing to watch. Incredibly, no like cheesy gimmicks, that everything he did he had to fight for tooth and nail. Great defense, great lockout. Guile's a character that likes to keep characters at mid-screen to full screen, and keeps them out with his sonic booms and his good anti-airs. When people try to jump over his sonic booms, he has really fast recovery on them, so he can uppercut you out of it. So getting in on him is usually the trick to fighting him, and he was just on point the entire time. Let's see, where's my... Okay, I came up this way. He had a couple of really good matches. I'm going to give you guys some links if you're interested in seeing some of this stuff. Did we just circle around? I think we may have. There's a zombie coming our way. I don't want Goober getting in this lava. Stay put, Goober. Let me get rid of this lava. He had a couple of really good matches, and I'll try and give you guys some links in the description if you're interested in watching this kind of stuff. If you want to see what I'm talking about. If you're into fighting games, you probably already watched it all along with me. So you're probably already familiar. The two games that I really enjoyed watching was him versus Infiltration, who typically plays Akuma or Goki. But against Guile, ended up playing Gouken, who is, if you don't play Street Fighter, Gouken is the guy that taught Ryu and Ken how to fight, and is kind of like a similar type of character. Doesn't have the same movement patterns, but has a really fast fireball game. So he countered Guile's fireball game with an even better fireball game. So now Guile, who predominantly plays defensively, has to play offensively to get in, and that match was really awesome. Infiltration ended up winning the Street Fighter 4 competition, the full tournament. He won everything, and his match with Dieminion was really close, and was probably my favorite Street Fighter match of the entire tournament. I'll put a link to that, because that's that's a really cool match to watch. What was I just gonna say? Oh, let's see, we're about 20 minutes in. All right, time for a message from our sponsors. And we're back. Welcome back to the Mindcrack. Mindcrack! I don't know if I said that this time. Maybe I did. Maybe I didn't. So Dieminion had also another really good match against a Japanese player, Uryo, who plays Sea Viper. That's the other sort of favorite match of Dieminion's that I can think of off the top of my head. He had a lot of good matches. Yeah, I'll put a link to both of those if you want to watch them. And the tournament structure is a double elimination tournament. And I think this year both Street Fighter 4 and Ultimate Marvel vs. Capcom 3 both had something like 1,500 entrances per game. And how they divide it up, they divide everybody up into 16 pools. And you play a double elimination tournament in your pool. You know what, I'm just going to stop trying to navigate. I'll navigate off camera. I'm just going to mine and talk. I think that's probably more efficient for video making. And I'll figure out how whoa, Jacob Creepers! Good! No! Oh, you're in water. No biggie! No biggie! So, oh, another Creepers. Hi, buddy. Hey-o! 1,500 entrants per game, more or less. I don't have the exact number available to me right now. And they divide it into 16 pools, and in each pool you play a double elimination tournament. So you play a normal tournament, which is called the winner's side, and once you lose, which I guess in both of them was best out of 3, so 2 out of 3, you go to the loser's side bracket and start a whole new tournament. And if you lose in the loser's side, you're out. And eventually they get to there's one guy left in winners and one guy left in losers, and they play in grand finals. and the person, and if the guy in losers beats the guy in winners, now they're both in losers and they play again. So the guy in losers has to beat the guy in winners twice. But for the pools, they only go to the winners finals, and then the loser goes to losers finals, and the winner of winners final and the loser of losers finals goes to the top 32, which continues later. So they basically take those 32 players from the 16 pools, one winner and one loser, from each pool, and then they play in a tournament of 32 players, which is still double elimination. It doesn't reset if you've won or lost. So to get all the way to the end, you've got to go through a ton of people, and I am almost out of torches. You've got to go through a lot of really good players to get to the end. Even to get to top 32, you've got to be amazing. So the people that actually won it and won it convincingly, like Infiltration won it this year, who was a Korean player. He was dominating the whole time. He dominated top Japanese players like Daigo Umeharo. And it's an interesting shift this year, because this year the field was much more international than it has been ever before. There's always been a sort of a rivalry between the American players and the Japanese players for Street Fighter. And traditionally the Japanese players have had the edge and have won the Street Fighter matches. And each year, I guess this is the 4th year of Street Fighter 4 being a part of Evolution, and it's been like the main tournament for each year. Whoa, Shibba Jabba! I hate poison spiders more than anything. I dislike Enderman on a sort of personal level, because I still have that grudge from when they used to steal all my blocks, not just like the soils. But as far as monsters I least want to run into, it's definitely cave spiders. So anyway, this is the 4th year they've had Street Fighter 4. Each year the game's been a little bit different, because they started out with Street Fighter 4, then they released an expansion, Super Street Fighter 4, and added like 20 characters or something. And every character got a second Ultra. So they expanded the game a lot, so it changed a lot. And the 3rd year they had Arcade Edition, which added another 10 characters, I think, something like that. And, or maybe not 10 characters, it added 4 or 5. And then that game, everybody thought that game wasn't balanced very well, so they added a patch called the 2012 patch, which made the game much more balanced. And the character variety this year was much better than last year. Last year, the top 4, or the top 4 characters, you saw a lot of Yuns and Yangs and Fei Longs and Seth, because Seth is good at countering those characters. But anyway, the traditional story has been United States versus Japan. In the grand finals, it's always been an American player and a Japanese player, with the Japanese player winning. Let's see, the first year it was Justin Wong and Daigo Umeharo. That's a great grand finals to watch. Justin Wong came in losers, and so he had to, for grand finals, he had to, look at all this crazy. Wow, that's a lot. Look at see how big this floor extends. Oh, could you do that? Shabba, boo! Turn it into Vito all of a sudden. Sputtering and, oh, go ahead, buddy. So he had to reset a bracket. He had to win a set of 3 out of 5, and then win a second set of 3 out of 5 if he wanted to win. And he reset the bracket with boxer. What's he called? Balrog, who is he's the character, if you don't play Street Fighter, he's modeled after Mike Tyson, which incidentally is why in United States Street Fighter releases, the boxer character was named Balrog, because they couldn't name him for copyright reasons, couldn't name him the original name, which was Mike Bison instead of Mike Tyson. So they had to shift the names around, which is why in the Street Fighter universe in the United States, the ultimate bad guy, who some people sometimes refer to as Dictator, is called M. Bison. That's supposed to be a play on words of Mike Tyson, but they had to shift him, and you know, Vega got shifted around, as did all the Vega, M. Bison, and who am I leaving out? Anyway, whatever. That's not important. But he reset the bracket with Balrog, who he doesn't normally play, which is really exciting. And then I believe that the second set came down to the very last round of the last game, and Daigo Umehara, probably the most famous Japanese player, at least in the United States, won. And the next year it was Ricky Ortiz playing Rufus, also against Daigo Umehara. Daigo Umehara won it the second year as well. And that third year, which was last year, it was Fudo, who was another Japanese player known for Virtua Fighter, who, let's see, he played Fei Long, and he played against Latif, that's right, who plays, I'm trying to remember all this stuff off the fly while I cave, so I'm blanking a little bit. He plays Sea Viper, that's right, okay. And that was a really good set. So each year it's been Japan versus America, but this year it was very different. That there was a lot of players from Mexico, a lot of players from Korea in particular, a lot of players from Taiwan and China, people from South America even. So it was a much more international field, and the finals was a guy from Korea, Infiltration, versus a guy from Taiwan, Gamerby. So that's sort of a big shift in the overall exposure that fighting games are getting, I would say. Come get some. And there was a similar story in the Ultimate Marvel vs. Capcom 3 brackets. There was a particularly strong showing from Mexico. There was this guy called, what was his name? Frutzi from Mexico, who played MODOK of all characters, who is this very underexplored, weird character. If you don't know who MODOK is, if you don't read Marvel Comics, he's one of the weirder villains of the Avengers. There's an Enderman over there. I can see his little particle effects. He's a giant head in a control chair with arms and legs sticking out. He's just really weird. He's one of those mad scientist characters that has all kinds of inventions and laser beams and, you know, teleportation devices and weird stuff like that. Let's kill this guy real quick. Hey-oh, come get some! Ha-ha! Yeah, Endermen are pretty harmless if you have a roof above your head that is 2 blocks high. There's not much they can do to you besides teleport away. And I found that if they stay away for a significant amount of time, they kind of forget about you. That may change if they update the AI like they've been doing with all the other monsters. But they're pretty harmless, and I like killing them. Is this above where we were before? Look how crisscrossed all this is. This, oh, it must have, it spawns the mine shafts last. And so they tend to cut through caves that have already been generated. The game I'm always most interested in. I also watch the King of Fighters. I don't know a thing at all about King of Fighters. King of Fighters is kind of like soccer in that it is a huge game everywhere except the United States. Kind of like how soccer is the biggest sport in the world, except for in the United States where nobody really has a... nobody really follows it very much. It's kind of like railroads. We don't really use railroads very often. It's sort of just a geographic and cultural thing that I don't... That's another topic. Why am I talking about that? I'm not going to talk about that today. I just about got sidetracked into railroads in the United States. It's bizarre. So the King of Fighters 13 Grand Finals, I watched that too. That was really exciting, even though I know nothing about King of Fighters. And I bring that up because there's probably a lot of people watching this video that don't really pay attention to fighting games and are wondering, oh, here's some cave spiders for sure. Shit. Okay. Oh! Double teaming's me. There's nothing behind me. Damn it. Alright, let's let this wear off and recover. Do we have two spawners here, or are they both... Yeah, I see one over there, and there's one over here, so I think we have a dual one. Let me recover some health. I didn't bring any potions. I just wanted to harvest stuff. The King of Fighters 13 Grand Final was really exciting, and I knew nothing about the game. It was pretty evident when one character was, or one of the players was, had really good defense or really good offense, or was sort of dominating the other player, and there was a lot of swings back and forth as they tried different characters. That was exciting, but the game I most enjoyed watching was Marvel vs. Capcom 3. Now, I was rooting for Combo Fiend to win. He got beaten by Filipino Chap, who I also like a lot. I particularly like Filipino Champ when he's playing his Dormammu. Shit. We need to get back there. There's a spider right here. Can I hit him through the wall? Oh, shit. Hell! And there's one there, too. Let's see. Let's make some fences so I can take these guys out in a tactical manner. I thought about just blitzing in there, but I don't want to get all the way through this video only to get killed by cave spiders. Is this what I want? Yeah. I could just chop them out of the wall. I thought about bringing an axe, but decided I probably wouldn't use it. Okay, so... Oh, you can get through there. Oh, my bad. I thought they couldn't get through there if you did that. I thought there was a way to trap them like that. It must be in a different way. Okay, so I want to get in here and put a torch there. That should mostly shut them down, except on the other side of those cobwebs, which I'm not too worried about right this second. Let's just, alright, well, let's do it to it. I know there's gonna be a guy right there. I think I didn't bring lava with me either. When I go caving, oh, there's a lot of them right there. Shit. This might be bad. Okay, I'm gonna need to put some light in here, but I'm gonna wait until I regenerate health. Oh god. Whew. So anyway, a lot of people don't like Filipino Champ because he kind of plays the villain a little bit. He likes to trash talk and say that like his opponents suck and don't deserve to be there and stuff. And he's a very emotional player. I don't really mind that. I think it's entertaining, and he's a really good player. Some people also don't like him because he plays a Phoenix team. But ever since the Ultimate expansion to Marvel vs. Capcom 3, Phoenix isn't nearly as broken as she used to be. She's still an incredibly powerful character, but getting to her is much harder than it used to be. But I really like it when he plays his Dormammu. His Dormammu team is just amazing to watch. And basically, all of his matches were just top-notch. His opponents were all extremely good, had different teams. Let's put that there. Get some super hostile techniques going. Oh, I think this is the technique you use. Yeah, you need blocks on either side, not fences. That's what I did wrong. Okay, so if I haven't messed around with trapping cave spiders in a while. I should probably practice this for ultra hardcore anyway. Alright guys, come in here. They're stuck behind this wall though. So I'll go ahead and link the... Let's just... Come get some! There's a bunch of guys right in here. Let's just get in here and get them. Oh god, there's a lot of them, and I don't have any lava. Shoot. Look at all those guys. Alright, I'm not going to end this video. We're sort of close to 40 minutes in, but I'm not going to end this video till I conquer this area. So I may edit out the health regen here, just to speed up the video. Okay, here we go. Let's see if we can get some of them to pop in here. Is that going to stop you? I've been meaning to practice my cave spider approaches anyway for ultra hardcore. I've yet to run into an actual mine shaft in ultra hardcore, but they're extremely valuable. If I ever do run into them, I always plan to take advantage of them. So let's see, I'm just gonna, if we knock out this is pretty good here because defenses are in the right position. And they can't get to us, can they? No. Okay, good. So that's a couple of them down. I could make more fences. I'd prefer to just use the use what we have here already. It's down. I heard lava. Don't want to fall in that. Want to keep this as bright as possible. I don't want those spawners. Oh, can they get through here? No. Alright, well, oh, cave. Okay, we'll come back to this cave. Let's kill these guys. Let's cover up part of that. Let's get rid of these. I can still hear them over there. They're still obviously there. What have we here? More caves. Oh, big water pool. So they're like right over here. Should be. Did I go over too far? There you are. Come get some. Didn't bring lava and it didn't bring bow and arrow, so I'd have as much inventory as possible. So anyway, we're just about finished. As soon as I kill the last of these spiders, we'll be done. But if you're interested in checking them out, you haven't already watched them, I will provide links to the King of Fighters 13 Grand Finals, which is what I watched. I guess I'll just use the stream archives and give you a timestamp in the description of the video. And I'll also give you a link to the top 8 for Super Street Fighter 4 Arcade Edition 2012 and Ultimate Marvel vs. Capcom 3. And I guess I'll... Oh, what's going on here? You see this? This is not good. Why are you stuck there? Okay, let me log out, log back in. There we go. I don't know what happened there, but something messed up. Come on, guys. I only want to give you the one hole. I'm still having trouble hitting that guy. Alright, is that the last one? It is. Okay, so that approach obviously was far from perfect. If I wanted to not take any damage, I would have just made more fences and do this. At all the holes until I had lit up the whole area and stopped all the spawning. Here's the spawner. Oh, here, there is one more. Oh, God. Oh, shit. They're up there. Retreat! Oh, God. That was close. Stupid, too. Look in every direction when you're exploring stuff like that. So maybe in a future video, I'll do a mineshaft test run to try and conquer some spider spawners without taking any damage or getting poisoned, because I think that's something I definitely need to work on. That's one of my weaknesses in caving, besides being a little too doing too much of it. Anyway, okay, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. More construction and other Minecraft stuff coming up, and I also meant to talk about other stuff coming up on the channel, but I'll have to do that in another video. Hope you enjoyed it. If you're interested in any of that stuff I was talking about, check out the description for links. See you later, guys. Have a good day. Take it easy. That was in the wrong order, but whatever. Bye.